Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple, who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America. Ripple, who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve. Ripple, a former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division. Ripple, leading Australia's CBDC effort. Ripple, who hired a former Treasury of the United States. Ripple, 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board. Ripple, 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors, former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, former business director at Swift, former Swift board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team. Ripple, who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website. Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.
And we are back. Welcome back to Crash and Edy. I'm Edy. It is, what date is it? July 18th, man. And Crash has got some stuff he wants to talk about, so we're going to talk about it today, people. What up, Crash?
Hey, how you doing there, buddy?
Not bad, not bad.
I'm doing real well. Yeah, I'm doing well. Just working, doing working on an NFT project, which is really very enjoyable. Doesn't feel like work at all.
Yeah, having fun with it?
Yeah.
Dude.
I don't want to say too much about it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about when you want to get into NFT stuff a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be better.
All right. So, yeah, you heard the little Ripple intro, which I'm sure you guys may or may not have seen that, but it's coming together, people. We'll kind of see where everything goes, but I don't know. It feels like it's kind of not so attached to Bitcoin now. I don't know.
It's a very compelling video. As far as Ripple and its the connections it has worldwide. I mean, through the banking industry, it's very powerful. And I can't come to any other conclusion than the SEC was purposefully manipulating and keeping and suppressing the price of XRP until they were ready to launch it. Which, well, what's today? The 17th on the 20th.
Yeah, the 20th is Fed now.
Eddie?
Yep, I'm here.
Pardon?
Yeah, Fed now on the 20th.
Yeah, what launches on the 20th? Yeah, Fed now, exactly.
Yep. So, yeah.
Gave them a week to deal with do their beta tests. And here it comes.
Yeah, it's gonna be. These are fascinating times, so we'll see what happens with that. I have a feeling it's gonna be kind of another nothing burger, but
Well, it's going to play out like a nothing burger, but they're going to be. It's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, more powerful, more. What's the word I want to use? Encroaching on our personal and private lives. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a battle, people, between good and evil, and
Or centralized or decentralized.
yeah, yeah. So it's tough to say, but I know there's a lot of people with a lot of money that are going to want their lives. So that's kind of what I'm banking on, is people. There's a lot of good, rational people out there. So hopefully that offsets some of the evil.
That's a good point.
Some of the sheer evil out there. So, man, and you didn't see The Sound of Freedom, right?
No, I haven't seen that movie yet.
You got to see it when you have a chance, man. It's
Yeah, well,
it's a heartbreaker, man. It's nothing you haven't heard of or we didn't know about, but it's just it's done pretty well, and I feel like there's a lot of exposure going on right now,
Oh, I agree. There's so much exposure. It's like unbelievable. I mean, there's some really good, godly, powerful things going on right now.
Right.
And it's just exposing,
Yeah.
a lot of the systems that have been in works for a long time and have been hurting a lot of people are being very clearly and distinctively exposed. And they're at the point where they end up exposing themselves to try to save themselves.
Right. Yeah. So there are some sick mother truckers out there, man. Aren't there? So hopefully that I don't know. It's fascinating with blockchain how transparent it really is if you want to go get the info. I mean, it's
it is. And it hit me the other day when somebody bought an NFT, and I was kind of clicking on some buttons trying to get a little bit of a glimpse. I was trying to find out who it was, where they were coming from, and it gave me every NFT that they owned in their wallet. It was unbelievable. And every transaction, you can, yes, it's anonymous, and there's not a name attached to it, particularly in the XRPL ledger, but, you can kind of, if you do enough research and figure out who the people are, but it's all out there for anybody to see.
Yeah. Yeah, this stuff, as powerful as it is, it's documenting everything, in a sense, but it kind of has to be done, really. Where this stuff's going, it's kind of, to me, it's just like, how else could it be? How else can we really move forward as a society? So
just to have to include everybody. It can't be used as a tool against the common people.
Yes.
And if it doesn't include everybody, then it's not good.
Yeah. Well, that's part of it. I mean, they're definitely, when you look at different areas like in Africa and stuff, they are bringing people into the world where they can actually have a bank you were talking about that too, where you're at.
Yeah. I mean, there's, yeah. So there's opportunities for people here in the Caribbean that have very restrictive banking systems to break free and be able to exchange value person to person without a third party involved. And that's invaluable.
Right. Yeah. So, all right. So, what do you want? What else do you want to talk about here, Crash? You want to get into Kaspa a little bit?
I just thought Kaspa is kind of a cryptocurrency that you and I both like, and we are following very closely because it has some really, really good technology and really solves the Bitcoin dilemma in the Bitcoin tech. Can you expand on that a little bit? I think there's it's like a three-leg stool, and Bitcoin has a problem with one of the stool legs, and Kaspa kind of fills in the gap.
Yeah, it's always the trilemma is security. What is it? Security, scalability, speed. Yeah. And Kaspa.
The speed has always been the issue with Bitcoin. That's why they came out with Lightning system and the Lightning protocol or whatever it is, and which works pretty darn good. It's good, but it's not perfect, and it adds another layer to the Bitcoin's operation, which Kaspa handles all of it within layer one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, usually you give up to be secure, you give up speed usually,
Yeah. Right.
So it's not scalability. It's not scalability. It's security, speed, and decentralization, right? Or is that kind of the same, scalability and decentralization? I don't know.
Well, I think scalability. I think scalability is the third leg because if you can't grow it to handle the traffic that's going to be upon, it's not going to work long term. So Bitcoin has scalability, it has security, but the problem was it took every block takes 15, 20 minutes to propagate and go across the system. Where Kaspa, they just came across, they're testing it just a week or two ago. They did 10 blocks per second. So that's probably more than to handle the scale of anything that they need to run on that system. And what's the fellow's name that started that project? He was involved with Ethereum. I think he was big time involved with Ethereum. The Ghost Protocol?
Right.
Andrea or something.
Where is that? Yeah.
Too deep it is.
It's I was gonna go to their website, but can't. Hey, so I'm on CoinGecko right now, and
yeah,
it's ranked 60 something on that. And
that's up to 63 on Live Coin Watch.
All right, I did not know that. I didn't know how Binance is like, how CoinMarketCap. If you're not on Binance, you can't be in the top 100. Is basically what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So their top 100 is. It's not really a true top 100. Because the bottom line is, if you're not on Binance, you can't be in the top 100. So Kaspa's a good example. They're not in Binance. On Binance. Okay. So I'm on the Kaspa site. because I know he's famous and he's everywhere, and everyone's just like, this guy is just. I mean, it's kind of. Here it is. Yes, Jonathan Sampolinski is the brain behind Kaspa. So, but this thing hasn't been out.
He's been in this industry for a long time, and I think he was very much involved with the beginning of Ethereum, if I recall.
Yeah, and they built in some of the tech. They passed up on some of it in Ethereum, and but it was mentioned in their white paper is the claim. But it's a proof of work technology, which they say is the most secure. Anyways, it's supposed to solve the trilemma. So I mean, I don't know. We kind of got lucky on this one, and we're just kind of looking at it and seeing. But people have a lot of hope, and then you got your fudsters that are just like, oh, you guys are nuts. This thing's garbage. So who knows what to believe, man. It's the basic concept though of putting 10 blocks through at a time versus one just resonates. Like, hey, this could be seriously more efficient in every way, you know?
Yeah, and then not only 10 blocks per one, 10 blocks per second.
Right.
Their goal is to do, I think, 100 or 1,000 blocks per second.
Yeah, I saw a demo with it, and it was fully confirmed within 4 seconds. And they did it against another, I think it might have been Ethereum, and it was like well over 30 seconds. It's not even close. And it was also, there was no ICO. It was basically fair launched. So when you look at what's going on in the industry, and you look at what was kind of revealed through the Ripple case, and how, I mean, there's tapes of what's his name pitching Ethereum, you know, just pitching it to VCs, you know. So how that is not a security, I think they're going to overlook it. And the reason they're going to overlook it is because JP Morgan is very deeply in bed with Ethereum. So that one's going to get a free pass, you know. So I don't know.
You know, the way things are going, the way the exposure is going, a lot of these things may change very quickly. Everything's changing so quickly. It's amazing that then you throw AI on top of everything. The rate of technological advancement is in the future we're going to look at this time as the launch of the next technical revolution, an AI revolution.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of shakeout in DeFi. I mean, I'm starting to see a lot of doubt with a lot of DeFi protocols. I actually heard something about Algorand today, which shocked me. Like their DeFi is supposedly basically failing. Like it's not going to make it. Which, boy, they have some really.
Well, what I want to know is Blair going to make it? Holy mackerel. Killing me.
From what I've seen, it is, but we'll see. I mean, it's. They have a long ways to go.
They get no attention.
What's that?
Oh, killing. It's killing me. It does nothing but go down.
The price? Yeah. They've actually covered.
I know.
They've covered the price though with the airdrops. They've more than covered that. But I think
no, not more than covered it, but they've covered it.
They've covered it. Yeah, they've covered it. But it's when you look at they haven't released like F assets. They're actually getting ready to release F assets, which is a big deal. That's a big piece of the DeFi period. So, and what they're doing with bridging tokens is truly unique. Like no one's ever done it. It's secure, and it's secure by collateralization. So you really can't lose money because it's all collateralized. So the whole concept of losing money through bridges and attacking the bridges goes away because it's literally there's collateral backing the bridge. So it is very unique.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, and it's so low right now.
And you look at all the theft and you look at all the theft. You look at it's all through bridges. Basically, all the theft in crypto has been over bridging. So that's a big deal. You know, I don't know. We'll see. It's still very early in all this stuff. I just see scam after scam in DeFi, and it's like, what can you trust, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm hanging on to my Flare, and I'm getting my airdrops, and I like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to hold on to this morning.
Is the token going to go under a cent? Is the question.
Maybe I should be loading up. I need to figure out if I should be loading up or something.
Yeah, and part of it too is going to be it's going to follow the rest of the market. And where are we in the market? Pretty much at the bottom, it seems like, you know. So that's been a big piece of all of this. When you look at all tokens, really, other than like XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of the big ones, they're all very close to their bottoms. You know, their local bottoms or whatever. You know. So I don't know. All right, so Kaspa, we'll visit and follow this one. It's interesting tech. It is though very technical. You get into Ghost Dag and Dags in general. It's some sophisticated stuff, and there's a big learning curve with it. So we'll keep following it, and we'll keep you guys at a decent level. It's definitely interesting, but a lot more to be seen with that one. What about the EU though, Crash? You wanted to talk about?
Well, just, you know, I read a lot of news, and it just seems like the EU is like stumbling over themselves. They don't really know what to do. It seems like they're at a loss as far as what regulation to bring in, what not. There's some people suggesting, you know, in the high up in the EU financial system that Bitcoin might actually be the best global reserve currency going forward. And, you know, they pointed out the fact that the yen, you know, the Chinese yen China has a lot of financial issues and debt, and a lot of it's not any better than the United States. The U.S., you know, we're just printing money left hand over right hand as fast as we can, and it's a downward cycle there. And what do we have left to believe in? And I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
I think. Yeah, go ahead.
That's kind of the beautiful piece of crypto, because everyone's always been like, yeah, but there's nothing backing it. And it turns out that, yeah, there's nothing backing it, because what's backing everything else is a bunch of debt. You know?
Yeah, right. Well, at least let's get back to even.
Right. But you know what's going to end up is they're going to take a good chunk of crypto and they're going to put debt on it. They're absolutely all bonds are debt instruments. They're all going to be on crypto. So they're going to load as much debt onto the crypto as they possibly can. But,
Yeah.
you know, the bottom line is some of these, you can't print them.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You can't just keep printing without everyone knowing, you know.
People, it's critical that investors start understanding this market and really dive deep into it. Because, you know, okay, so let's say they dump, 10% of the U.S. Treasury on what currency? What blockchain could they dump 10% of the currency on?
They'd have to make one up, man. It's gonna be
Oh, yeah. So, it's they're just digging themselves deeper.
yeah, it's gonna be the CBDC, you know.
Who's going to use the cryptocurrency that has debt when they can have one that doesn't have any debt? Appreciating beautifully.
Okay. So yeah, the EU, I think everyone's confused though, really. I mean, no one really is digging in deep enough. Look at how hard we've had to dig into crypto over years to get your head around it.
Yeah.
And they're not doing that. Congress isn't doing this. You know, that's what's kind of. But by the same token, I think they've realized we can't shut this down. There's just no way to actually even do it. And furthermore, we need this. You know, when you look at just how much they're going to save, it's trillions a year. It's definitely trillions just from more efficiency in the financial system. So, you know.
Right.
So, anyways.
Not to mention it'll bring more credibility to what they're trying to do. It's actually transparent, which they hate. But
right.
We love.
Right. Yeah. So we shall see. All right, people, hit the like and subscribe on your way out. Please
share button.
Yeah, and share the heck out of these. And let us know if there's something you guys want to tackle. We're going to get into some different ways. Don't forget, we got a giveaway coming on. We're 9 subs away from a giveaway. So, should be interesting.
Okay, everybody, enjoy your day and live in the present. Because it is the present.
All right, people, do the right thing. We're out. So, Crash. A little bit of a debacle. Dude, we got rid of our technical difficulties, and now they're right back in our face again.
It's the way it rolls down here. You wouldn't believe it, man. It's like, I'll have everything go on perfect, and it'll just all fall apart. Like, I'll be trying to mint NFTs and stuff like that. Going where I got my assistant. We're doing 3 or 4, probably two NFTs a minute. All of a sudden, 1 every 20 minutes.
Really?
Unbelievable. Oh, we just laugh. Yeah.
Sad stuff, man.
When I'm looking at workload, I always have backup stuff for them to do. Because the Wi-Fi and internet, not reliable.